Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Branch 11 President MACK JULION and our National Business Agent in Region 3, Mike CAREF, bringing you the latest developments of COVID-19, the coronavirus, and its impact on postal operations as of today, Sunday, March 22nd, 2020. I'm sure that all of you are aware that the governor here in Illinois has issued a stay-at-home order, which is in effect until April 7th. This order does not apply to postal workers, as we provide an essential service and is deemed mission critical as it relates to our jobs and the service we provide. And of course, we are federal employees. Any curtailing of service will come from the federal level, not the local or state. Mike will speak more on that in a moment, but Branch 11 members, you should know, as a labor union that represents an essential workforce, our office will remain open to service our members to ensure your safety. You may also reach us outside normal business hours by contacting us through our extensions at the Union Hall, and someone will return your call as soon as possible. The regional office can also be contacted by phone. Now, Branch 11, I do want to share with you a situation I responded to just yesterday at our office where one of our members tested positive for COVID-19. This employee had not been to work recently because of symptoms of the virus and chose to self-quarantine and seek treatment. When this letter carrier eventually tested positive for the virus and received the results, they contacted the union, and we immediately contacted the Postal Service. I was also in contact with Mike and our national office, Executive Vice President Brian Renfro, for further guidance. There's a flow chart that is on your screen which details the protocol that the Postal Service follows in these situations. I will be speaking with the Postal District and the National Union about concerns that I have with the timeline and its effectiveness. I was also able to reach out to Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, and she assisted in connecting the appropriate agency for follow-up. Overall, I am pleased that I was able to speak directly to our members in that office and remind all of their leave options, as Mike discussed in previous videos. We will also be pursuing the testing of all employees in that facility that wants to be tested. As it stands now, this is not a part of the protocol. This is why the cleanliness and disinfecting of your facility is so important. Last week, the NALC canvassed every office nationwide, and we likewise in Branch 11, to see who had all the necessary supplies. I'm terribly disappointed, or maybe not surprised, that many of our offices fell short. Right now, I'm gonna let Mike speak more on sanitizing and disinfecting in your office.
Thanks, Mac. Let's talk about cleanliness of our facilities and also being safe while out there on the street. Now, before your supervisor talks to you about today's DOIS projections or what undertime or overtime you may have, let's talk about safety first. We want to have that discussion from about 6 feet away. Hashtag draw the line. The Maintenance Management Order of February 3rd, 2020 outlines how the Postal Service should apply to CDC's current recommendations for cleanliness in a postal facility. At this point in the spread of the virus, we can only assume that at least one person in every postal facility, particularly the large ones, is already carrying the virus. The case sledge, the scanners, time clocks, and other shared surfaces need to be disinfected at least daily to prevent the spread of the virus in the facility. You will have to clean the steering wheel and scanner multiple times throughout the day as well. I've spent a lot of time this week talking to all the postal districts about maintaining a clean work environment in each facility. Additionally, local union reps have been discussing with installation heads and station managers their procedures and processes to maintain a clean facility. Fill out PS Form 1767 to officially identify the safety hazard that results when a facility is not adequately cleaned. Letter carriers, when you punch in, before proceeding to case any mail, we need to verify that the case ledge has been disinfected and that a particular workspace is safe for you to enter into. If it has not, you should ask that it be done immediately prior to entering the case, or materials provided for you to clean it yourself. Also, before going to the street, you must have some sort of disinfectant wipes and something to clean and sanitize your hands. Incidentally, Some of our local distilleries are making sanitizer at this time. If you know where management can get sanitizer or disinfectant materials, let them know. However, we should not go to the street without those items. It is not safe to do so. Let's also pay attention to spacing in the postal service, in the post offices, Some places are staggering starting times so that when we are casing mail, there's an empty case on either side of us. Additionally, places are drawing a line 6 foot from the time clock, or simply using PS Form 1260 in lieu of the time clock. Stand-up talks are being done in different ways. These are all very good ideas. We are also asking our customers to keep their distance as well while we are on the street. You should have received the March 19, 2020 stand-up talk about the new way for customers to sign for accountable items. All of the COVID-19 stand-up talks are now posted on NALC Director of Safety and Health Manny Peralta's page at nalc.org. Speaking of stand-up talks, there's a new one dated March 21st, 2020 that relays information about a new postcard going out to all households in America. The mailing is from the White House and the CDC, and it is titled, Slow to Spread, President Trump's Coronavirus Guidelines for America. We are also asking the service to put out a mailing on delivery and customer interaction issues, but don't know the status of that at this time. As a result of the governor's shelter-in-place order, the Postal Service called our contact numbers yesterday with a recorded message to pass along that information. I have expressed my disappointment to the Postal Service about contacting our emergency contact numbers, just to tell us to come to work, where no other emergency existed. Now, child care may still be available to you as an essential worker, although the governor shut down child care in his order. Please go to the Governor's Office of Early Childhood Development website to see which home and child health care centers are still open at this time. The state is also offering grants to some providers, so the cost may be lower than before or even free in some circumstances for you. All of this is brand new information, and it will be posted as they roll it out. With an increase in testing in Illinois, the governor projects that the state can test now up to 2,000 people per day. We expect more letter carriers and our immediate families to test positive for the virus. Remember, the safety procedures that are in place is because we know that the virus is out there. If we wait for a positive test to, quote, clean up and change our behavior, it's going to be too late. Mac?
Yeah, so Mike and I and our production director, Tony Hudson, has received a lot of positive responses to this video series and the information that we and the NALC are providing to the members. But let me just say the real heroes in all of this are you, the letter carriers, and the members of the NALC. You have really stepped up to the plate, and you all are doing an awesome job. So we salute you for all that you do. Now, we also have heard from some members who said that they did not realize that they were mission critical or essential workforce when they got the job. But I have to say that they too have performed their jobs in a manner that is postal proud, because at the end of the day, y'all, we deliver. So you all keep up the good work, and the NALC will do all that we can to keep you safe. So look for the alerts from the NALC app, the latest podcast, and the latest safety issues from Safety Director Manny Peralta on the NALC website. In the interim, you all be safe out there. God bless you. Mike?
Be safe, brothers and sisters. Thank you.